Well, I have to change the battery on my wife's car. I have to go to Walmart and get one. Did a test on this battery the other day. Yesterday I did a test on this battery and checked it to make sure that the alternator was charging, and it was, but the battery is dead. So I'm going to take this battery, take it to Walmart and exchange it, put a new one in. Of nuts here that are 10 millimeter, and we're going to take these off and take our battery cables loose first. We'll start with the negative side. The negative side is where the power flows through. So we'll remove this cable first and set it out of the way, and then we'll come and remove the others. 10 millimeters. It's the only wrench I believe that you need to do this chore with. Take it loose and set it over out of the way, and there's a 10 millimeter here. This 10 millimeter holds this. See if I can get this one loose. Maybe this is the only one I'll need to loosen up to get the battery out. Okay, we'll set this over out of the way, and there's a cover over the battery that we have to take off. And the battery is free, and we can take it out now. That's one heavy battery. We're going to go down to Walmart now and get us a new battery. Okay, let's put the battery back in. You want to put it in the same way it came out. Our negative post will be to the right, and our positive post will be to the left. We want to make sure we get all the trash out of the tray as best we can, and set it back in. This tray is a protector there. Make sure everything is set up, and we'll drop the battery in place. Be careful because you'll hurt your fingers. And once it's in place, we'll put the battery cover back over the top. Battery cover goes with this slot that you see at the top here to the back, and the reason that's there is because of the battery mount here. And this will fit in. There's a hook down at the bottom, and this hook at the top goes in the other spot. Bring that up and tighten it up. With the 10 millimeter wrench. It's nice and firm and tight, and it doesn't look like it'll go anywhere. Remember, the negative is on the right and the positive is on the left. We'll take this little cover off that you see here. You can toss that away if you can get it off. I guess this is why the Lord created pocket knives. And one thing you want to do when you're putting the batteries back in is you want to be able to protect them first. And you have two things that you need to spray on here that I like to spray on here. And they're CRC products, and they're made with battery cleaner and a terminal protector. And we just want to give it a light spray around the edge. If you see any battery acid, it'll turn red, and you can go from that as to whether or not the battery is a good battery or not. And after you've sprayed the cleaner on, you want to take an old t-shirt, an old ratty t-shirt that you have, and just wipe the excess off. And I like to put a little battery protector on it before I put the terminals back on. So I'll just spray just a little bit on here. This will help keep acid down from the batteries. You know, they have a natural buildup of acid that comes up, and so you want to protect them. And then the first thing I like to do is when I put the battery back in is put the negative side on first. You can spray a little battery cleaner on it. And then put it on. And once you have that on, you can tighten it up using your 10mm wrench. One wrench, one size fits all. That's a good thing. Once I have that nice and snug, don't over tighten it because these bolts will strip out. Then put your positive side back on, spraying a little cleaner on it, and then wiping the excess off. And we'll put that back on and use our 10mm wrench to tighten it back up. Give it a snug fit, not to over tighten, but just a snug fit so that it's not loose. After I have the battery installed, the one thing I like to do is you can buy a battery off the shelf and you can put it in your car and go from there. They're supposed to be fully charged, but no telling how long this battery's been sitting on the shelf. There are dates on this battery, but you don't know how long it's been sitting on there. So what we're going to do, we're going to hook our negative up first, and then our positive. We're going to go ahead and make sure that this battery is charged. It's showing 12.4 volts on here, which is fully charged, but let's go ahead and top it out. It probably won't take long to make sure that this is charged. 12.5. It shows at 80% charged, so we'll leave it on and let it charge. The main reason I like to charge a battery completely before I ever crank the car is because it is not fully charged when you purchase one. And I want to give this battery the most chance that it can possibly have to last longer. And I feel that if you charge it fully before you crank the car, it will last longer. So at the moment it's at 12.9 volts, and I believe it should go up to like 14.1 volts to be fully charged. One thing I forgot to say is that I put the recharger on a trickle charge. And the reason I put it on that trickle charge is to charge this battery slowly so that it'll be sure that it absorbs all the energy it can. If you put it on high or medium, you're kind of pushing the battery a little too fast. So let it get its chance to recharge fully on a trickle charge. It's fully charged. Let's give it a crank. And we're done. My wife can go and feel comfortable knowing that she has a full charged battery and the car is running great. Thank you for watching. Have a blessed day.